man? How are you? I'm good.
It's not over, Matt. Welcome to Comeback Canyon. This is my house here.
Sweet. Am I hallucinating?
What's going on here?
You know, I'm thinking that I'm going to be on an airplane going home, and instead, I got to see the trainer that I wanted to see when I came here.
You might have been knocked down, but you are not knocked out of this game. But there's a competitor in there waiting, and he is not going to give it to you.
Let's do this.
So why don't we go find out? There he is, Mike and Matt.
Mike is the toughest opponent I could have asked for in the range. After losing, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to stay here and have a comeback. All the respect to you, Mike, but I'm going to do the best that I can to win this week.
You know, best of luck to you. I'm supposed to be here, and I'm going to do everything that I can, everything remain here until my time here is complete.
I think that we're going to have a good week, the three of us. It is going to be a battle of the ages.
Welcome everyone to a tailgate, Biggest Loser style, here at the place where it all started for you guys, the LA Coliseum. We have a lot to celebrate. This week marks the 10-year anniversary of The Biggest Loser. But we're not here to talk about our glory days. We're here for yours. It is estimated that Americans spend an average of $35 billion every year on food and beverages for tailgating. And we all know they are not eating kale. And by now you know that tailgating food is probably the last thing you should be eating if you want to stay in this competition.
Yep.
Or maybe not.
Oh.
Oh, don't make us do it.
It is time for your first temptation.
Oh, no.
We've been very disciplined on the ranch, and there's a lot of food that a lot of us are accustomed to eating. Who knows what could happen in this environment?
That tent is filled with every kind of stadium food you could ever want. You will each have 3 minutes alone in the tent. The player who eats the highest number of calories wins. And the winner gets something that will keep you in this game. Immunity. That's the next way.
30 seconds ago, I wasn't even thinking about eating anything. But I'm definitely having some second thoughts now.
Immunity is the best thing that we've been fighting for to this point.
If you win the temptation, you will be safe at this week's weigh-in. But that doesn't mean your teammates will be. Your weight will still count for your team's total. And once again, this week, there will be a red line.
In a situation like this, you know, you're torn between helping a team out and also helping yourself out.
There's a few people here that this could be a game changer for.
Well, ex-athletes, so everybody's here's got a little competitive spirit in them. And this red line is just, it has everybody a little bit nervous, especially me. I'm on edge right now.
Does everyone understand? Woody, we're going to start with you.
My mind's made up. I'm not eating anything in this temptation challenge. Oh my goodness. Smelling all this food, it's like almost like muscle memory. It's bringing back food memory. I'm like, oh no. It's the hardest decision I've ever made right here, man. This is hard. You know, you're talking to yourself like, no, you can't eat this, you can't eat this. But having immunity sounds so good. You know what? Let's go for it. I couldn't put nothing else in my mouth. If I could have, I would have stuck one more in there. We'll just have to see. I'm hoping for the best.
Wow. Immediately in my mind, I'm saying, okay, do I or don't I? And I can't do this. Kill me. I ate one. I might take a little bit of a calculated risk. I can do that. I'll do it. I made the decision I was going to eat, and I still had a hard time doing it. I was like, one more, just to make sure. I just want to eat it really quick, be done with it, and let's get out of here. We'll see what happens.
I walk into the tent and I see so much food that I used to eat and I used to love, and it was staring me right in the face. Oh, churros. man, I would love to have some. A lot of cheese. But the only thing I could think of was how I was feeling on day one. I never want to feel that way again, and that's exactly the food that got me to that feeling. I am not eating.
We could just do a donut.
Yeah, that's so tempting.
I would have torn this up on any other day.
My thought process was, if I can't utilize my time by eating, I'm going to utilize my time by doing something active. So I just started doing burpees.
That's an hour in the gym. Hell no, I'm not eating. Are you kidding me? That's what got me here.
Used to be a daily thing for me.
I know that no one on my team will eat.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Good. Jesse's taught us well. We individually want to win, but right now we are still a team.
Man, they have some good food in that tent, man. I can't even lie right now. Man, chili cheese dog.
Oh, I want to eat this right here so bad.
I knew before I went into the tent that I was going for immunity. The question was how much. In a time where it's getting really difficult for me to stay here and pull the percentages that everybody else did, that was an easy decision. No, I definitely think I have a shot at this.
Oof. All right. Oh man, options. No scoreboard here. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna eat as much as I possibly can. This is for immunity. You know, eating as clean as we have in the past 5 weeks, these things are just not going down very well.
Oh, they're so hard. So hard to eat. Oh my God.
Now I think it's just a horrible decision. I just stuffed a bunch of chicken wings and meatballs down my throat, and I don't think it's gonna be enough to win.
Well, you all know that you're not supposed to eat this kind of food. But with immunity on the line, more than one of you were tempted. Scott, you ate 5 meatballs for 270 calories. Woody took a stab at it.
Absolutely.
You had 7 meatballs for 378 calories. But that wasn't enough.
Well.
It's time to get to who is the winner of today's temptation. 2 more people ate. Rob and Tony.
Oh yeah.
The winner of this temptation and the player who has immunity at this week's weigh, safe from the red line, is Choma.
Get out of here! My team strikes again! What? What? I was so sure I wasn't going to win that.
You won with 852 calories. You ate 300 more calories than Rob did.
Knowing that I was so close to knowing that I could have just had a couple more meatballs and I'd be safe for the week. It's definitely frustrating.
Toma, congratulations. You have immunity at this week's weigh-in. So long as you do not gain weight on the scale, you are safe from that red line. But your weight does count for the white team.
I have immunity, but there's gonna be a lot of responsibility, a lot of people looking at me, a lot of eyes on me, because they're gonna think, is Toma here to, for himself completely, or is he here to help the team out? So I'm gonna do everything I can to help us out.
All right, guys, come on, week 6. Maybe a player down, you guys, but we are the team to beat.
We suffered our first loss at the weigh-in. Matt is gone, but there's no reason we can't bounce back this week.
So, Toma.
Yes, Jen?
Well, maybe one reason.
I still expect a good weigh-in out of you.
I still expect between 6 to 9 pounds.
That's the only lingering concern I have.
Because Toma's immunity really is a wild card, I'm not really sure what to expect. All I can do is push Toma in the gym so that his immunity is not needed.
Week 6, white team, go!
If we see him slacking off, trust me, he's gonna know about it. He has like an X on his back. He know we're gonna be pushing.
Let's go, Toma. White team is depending on you.
All I have is my word. It's something my father really taught me. And so I made a promise to my dad before he passed away that I was going to get healthy. So I refused to allow this immunity to slow me down.
Let's go! Smart people! We came really close to sending Rob home last week, and so there's been an added sense of urgency to up our game.
You lost 5 pounds last week. Unacceptable.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little defeated after that week.
I'm concerned about Rob. Here's a guy who aided the challenge in search for immunity. Now I gotta make sure he's not taking a step back.
Eating yesterday had nothing to do with cravings or temptations or anything like that. It was strictly business.
You have no fear in your mind that you may easily fall back into those old habits.
I really don't.
Why?
This has been the hardest thing I've done with my life. And I love how I feel right now. Just knowing that I love myself and I love what I'm doing. It's a great place to be at.
How awesome is that?
It's really awesome.
You just said I love myself. Look how far we've come in 6 weeks.
That's why I'm here, okay? I know I'm telling you 5 years.
We're on that field, and you're hating yourself.
I'm angry, man. I hate myself that I can't do this.
Is that how you see yourself?
Every day.
Well, I'm happy that you're here mentally. I love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Good people. It's been a roller coaster ride for him these last few weeks.
Work.
He will be the key to our success this week.
Hard work, dedication. Week 6. Do we want to win more, Gina?
Yes, we want to win more.
We do want to win
3
more.
in a row.
Show me.
3 in a row.
The blue team's dealing with quite a bit this week. You know, Gina pulled a big number last week, so it's going to be hard for her to even get close to that again. But Jackie's dealing with some stuff right now, and it concerns me. She's almost switched off. What's going on?
Just that point where I just really, really miss my kids. You know, if I wasn't overweight, I wouldn't even need to be here.
You miss your kids. It's a heavy, heavy thing to walk around with. But there's a bit of a grieving process too in this. You're saying goodbye to a part of you that, yeah, was at home, but wasn't making good decisions and wasn't being the mother that you wanted to be.
They've never seen me happy.
So let's look at the bigger picture here. Why are we here?
To change.
To change. I'd rather you be at home and love it, love the mother that you are, than just be there and just going through the motions of life.
Yeah.
You know, Jackie's getting stronger and more equipped to be a better mother every day. She works at it every day, but instead of telling her, sometimes it's better to show her. What are you fighting for right now?
My life? My happiness?
I want to see that fight right now. Jack.
You know, I've been a fighter my whole life, but I never fought for myself. And that's what I'm doing here. You know, I'm fighting for me.
Show me the fight. Cross. Go. Go. Go.
I will never go back to that old Jackie. That mom, that unhappiness, that sitting on that couch and feeding my kids unhealthy things. I will never be that person again.
3, 4, 5.
And as much as I'm grieving the comfortableness of it, she's gone.
America, looking for a way to find your inner athlete? Join the hundreds of thousands of people participating in the Biggest Loser Run Walk series. It's the perfect way to take your first step. Just ask Season 5 contestants Dan and Jackie Evans, who are leading the charge.
3, 2, 1! Each and every month, I'm traveling around the country with the Biggest Loser Run Walk Race Series, seeing firsthand how it's affecting the lives of people and truly transforming people. One of the most incredible stories I remember in particular from the tour is my friend Wendy. She came to one of our first races and finished dead last. We gave her a free race ticket to come back, and she sort of caught the bug and keeps coming back. She's now down over 100 pounds, and let me tell you, she's not exactly last anymore. The stories, the transformation, that's what Biggest Loser Run Walk is really all about. I want to challenge everyone at home to go out and sign up for a 5K race near you. Not only to make a change in your life, but the lives of those around you. Go to BiggestLoser.com to learn more about the Biggest Loser Run Walk Race Series.
Earlier this week, Mike wrote a poem, and it absolutely blew me away. I wanted to sit with Mike, and I wanted to hear that poem from the person that wrote it. I want you to read it. Will you read it out loud?
Sure. The lesser man. I fight against the lesser man within, for he is a coward, he is lazy, he is good companion to no one, but he is in me. He says less and less these days, for I am no longer interested in what he has to say. He always repeats his cacophonous chorus. He always feels the same, lousy. And though he may never completely leave on his own accord, I can at least guarantee that his stay while here shall never be a comfortable one.
I think that so many people will relate to that because this is what goes on in my head when I work with the people that I work with. There's a part of you that is still that person, and you've got to acknowledge, manage, and move on. If you ignore the lesser man will come back, and he will burn that house down.
You get it?
Yeah.
You know, to write any good poetry, you have to go deep within. You have to realize that, you know, who you are and what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
In order not to be that imposter anymore, you have to say, look, Bob, I'm tired, I'm hurting, this sucks, get me where I need to go.
I am so glad you're here at Comeback Canyon because these words are powerful. These words are not only going to help you, they're going to help the people that are watching this show.
I always talk about giving people tools they can pull out when life gets rough. I have been given a tool that I can use with future contestants on The Biggest Loser, and that is the poem that Mike wrote.
All right, let's go work out.
Bang it out, Mac. Let's go. 3, 2 more. Hey, that's it. This is the first time Comeback Canyon has had 2 men, and neither one of these guys want to go anywhere. 3 more. 8. It is going to be an epic showdown. You had a 3-pound weight loss at the ranch. You are set up for a good week, but let me tell you, Mike drops weight every single day, so don't think it's going to be easy for you.
Being at Comeback Canyon, you're on your own. It reminds me of how it was when I was doing wrestling, and I'm going to do the best I can to prove that I deserve to be here.
Come on, Matt! Come on, Matt! He's going to have a good weight loss.
I know.
Okay?
I'm keeping an eye on everything.
Mike is set up for a very difficult week because he had a great number, and Mike has got so many issues when it comes to his injuries and so many limitations. That's how a battle royal should look. But let me tell you, don't ever underestimate Mike. That's it.
So now the ball, I want you to run to that trash can and come on back as quickly as you can. Let's go. Drop 10 push-ups, 10 kettlebell swings, 3, 4, 5.
It's really simple here, you know, it's the ultimate red line. If you either win it or lose it, I intend to stay.
Now's the time to sprint! Sprint, Matt, sprint! Come on, Matt!
He's not going to, just give it to me. I deserve to be here.
29 seconds. That was awesome.
When Scott first came to the ranch, he said one of his primary goals was to avoid the fate of his father, who died of diabetes. Scott's dropped 13 pounds last week, and he's been everything I've ever wanted as a competitor. And I just feel like emotionally, he's still searching. You've said things to me that have stood out. And one of the things you said was your body is a byproduct of issues you haven't dealt with.
Right.
Is that fair?
Right on the nose.
What's up, family? Did you like your dad?
I just never felt like he was there. There was no affection, there was no emotion, there was no tradition. And he blamed it all on my mom.
How did that make you feel towards your mom?
Oh, I hated my mom. My mom just sat on the couch and drank a soda pop all the time. I just kind of grew up in this environment like, could I just get a hug from somebody? But I just felt alone. And it's just been so weird to me in my life because I've had these amazing experiences. And I lived my childhood dream. And it just felt like everything that I did, I could never find hope.
All the pain you've been holding in, all the anger that you've had with yourself, with your dad, with your mom, it's like a knot that's been on your heart, and it's starting to just slowly unfold. And when you release pressure, you see clear. Coming here has been the best thing for you.
If I don't take care of my health, I'm going to die. And that's where I am in my life. I mean, I saw my dad die. But really it's about, if I continue this way, I will die while I'm still alive.
emotionally. And that's where my mom is. You need to have a conversation with your mother.
Yeah.
She is the first woman in your life. I want you to hug her. And you simply look at her and you say, this is what I needed. And this is what I need to move forward. You have a willingness and desire to communicate, to open your heart. You have a gift. Use it. Because there's people in your life that need it. They're counting on you.
Oh, absolutely. This is my life. It's my life. And you've had an amazing impact on me. I just really, really thank you.
It means everything to me. To hear you say that.
I feel alive, and it's a great feeling. It's an overwhelming feeling. It's a feeling of gratitude, and it's also a feeling of, I want this in my life, not just on a rare occasion, but on a day-to-day basis.
Coming up, will Mike stake his claim as the king of Comeback King?
I am sensing that there are going to be huge numbers this week.
And then, Toma's moment of truth arrives on the scales.
Well, Mike, you could be the first person tonight to make it through 2 weigh-ins at Comeback Canyon. Let me tell you, it's going to be tough.
No matter what happens this week, I know I've done my best. And I've seen Matt come along too.
Unfortunately, it comes down to this moment. One of you will be staying here with me for an extra week. The other one will be going home. All right, Mike, we're going to weigh you in first.
Okay. Matt and I became friends this week. And we pushed each other as friends. But as competitors, I'd watch him work out, and I'd have to work out longer than he did. And so I knew that I did everything that I could do to lose weight this week.
All right, Mike. Your previous weight was 326 pounds. Your current weight is... You lost 11 pounds.
It was internally rewarding for me to know that the focus and concentration that I put in this week really bettered what I thought would be my best numbers.
Your percentage this week is 3.37%.
Mike loses 11 pounds. My gut kind of just cringes a little bit.
All right, Matt, let's weigh you in next.
This week has been a big week for me in the sense that it really helped to bring out that athlete in me. I deserve to be here. I need to be here. And I'm just hoping that what I did this week was enough.
All right, Matt, it all comes down to this. Either you or Mike will be going home tonight. The magic number is 12 or better. Your previous weight was 333 pounds. Your current weight is... You lost 16 pounds.
Man, Mike, you pushed me, brother. That's huge for me. It just shows the level of, intensity that I'm going, the level of commitment. I mean, I get to have you for another week. It's exciting for me. I'm gonna be sorry to see you go, Mike. You did an amazing job, and I'm so glad that I met you.
Thank you. You earned it, and you got it.
Thank you, Mike. This week, I started to finally believe in myself, and it's an amazing feeling to be able to have that.
Mike, I'm really sorry to say that you're not the biggest loser. However, I just want you to know that promise that you made to your son is now reaching out to so many people. And I just know that he is somewhere hearing this and is so proud of his father. And your poem, your words, if it inspired one person, then you've done your job.
It definitely inspired one person. And not just me, the entire ranch is inspired by you. Truly.
Matthew,
I appreciate you.
I came here to fulfill my son's request that I get healthy. You go through the death of a child, I'd given up on life. Getting a will to live and the desire to live back was the big deal. Now I have it, and I'm not going to let it go. My son would say, hell yeah, Dad. Nice job, way to go. America, next time you see me, I will have completed and fulfilled the promise to my son, and I will be healthy.
To say that I don't want to lose tonight is putting it lightly. The fact that Toma has immunity, but his weight still counts, created a lot of pressure for everybody. But I'm hoping that Toma, just like the other 4 members, put in everything they needed this week to make sure we were not the bottom team again.
Welcome to your 6th weigh-in at the ranch. In sports, everyone is taught how important it is to be a member of a team. But Toma, this week, it's been all about you. You ate at the temptation and won immunity for yourself, but your weight will still count. Once again, you are facing the red line. The player with the lowest percentage of weight loss on the losing team will be automatically eliminated. No deliberation, no vote. Let's start the weigh-in with the white team. JJ, we're going to start with you.
We had to say goodbye to one of our teammates last week, and it's time for us to send the message again that, hey, we might have had one bad week last week, but we're the team to beat.
JJ, your previous weight was 342. Your current weight is...
That's awesome. That is too cool. When I was last 335, I was a Division I football player. So that means right now I'm at that level of where I was 2 years ago. I'm happy with it.
Best of luck.
Thanks, Ed.
Let's see how the rest of the white team did. Sonia, your previous weight was 234 pounds. Your current weight is... Next up, Rondalee. Your previous weight was 242. Your current weight is... Atta girl, let's put Woody on the scale.
I don't care what option or anybody puts in front of me. It's not gonna stop me. So I'm telling all you guys, challenge all you guys, watch out, I'm coming, man. I'm gonna keep you coming. Yeah, put it out there like that.
Congratulations. And now, Toma, you have immunity this week, as long as you didn't gain weight. We need to get you on the scale.
Well, it's my turn. My time to prove that I am as good as my word.
This is the moment of truth.
Yeah. You know, I promised the team I was going to do everything I possibly could to keep them here for 1 more week. So I want everybody to understand that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to follow through with it.
Toma, your previous weight was 282. Your current weight is... Toma, your previous weight was 282. Your current weight is... Yes! Right!
I put in the work this week. I worked hard, I ate well, I know what I did, and at the end of the day, that's really all that matters.
Thank you.
Thank you. This was a huge win for me. I made too many excuses in my life to fall back on now, and you know, I'm done with them, and it feels good.
Toma, you lost 7 pounds, making the white team's total weight loss for the week 35 pounds. That's the number to beat. There are 2 teams left to weigh in. Next, we're going to put the blue team on the scale. Blue team, in order to beat the white team and guarantee that you are all here for 1 more week, together you need to have lost more than 25 pounds. Let's get Jackie on the scale first.
Come on, Jackie.
At the beginning of the week, I was really feeling, like I just wanted to go home. Jesse really helped me. He reminded me of that fighter that's inside of me, so I'm ready to put up a good number, and I just want to do well on the scale.
Jackie, your previous weight was 259 pounds. Your current weight is...
My next milestone is to get on the underside of the 250s.
I think Jackie finally realized the pain of being here is not as great as the pain of being at home and not being a good mother. At least for this week, you kind of made a turning point, and that was good to see.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you.
Let's weigh in the rest of the blue team. Next is Lori. Your previous weight was 267 pounds. Your current weight is...
I wanted to contribute more, but you have good days, you have bad days. Your body's going to go through fluctuations, but I worked hard and every week's going to be the same thing.
Thanks, Lori.
Thank you.
Let's get Gina on the scale next.
I pulled a 7 last week. That was a hard number to do. So this week, it's going to be even harder.
Your previous weight was 210 pounds. Your current weight is...
If I were at home, I would be just ecstatic. But here, when this is my job, 3 pounds doesn't seem like enough.
The math doesn't work out to me when I look at how much effort she put in the gym. But if you stay in this game, you and I will figure that out.
Thank you. Thanks. Blue team, you have 1 player left to get on the scale. Okay, Damien, come on up. All right, Damien, in order for the blue team to stay safe, you need to have lost more than 13 pounds.
I know that 13 pounds is a high number. Yes, I know, but I always feel like when it's my time to come through, that I'm gonna come through.
Your current weight is...
£7. I mean, that's pretty good. Now we're in a waiting game to see what the red team's gonna do. It is what it is right now. I've always been able to come through in the clutch, and to now put the fate of the blue team in the hands of the red team, that's not a good feeling.
Damien, you lost 7 pounds, making the blue team's total weight loss for the week 19 pounds, for a total percentage of weight loss of 1.77%. Congratulations, white team. You are safe. You will not be facing that red line this week. All right, red team, it is your turn to face the scale. In order to beat the blue team and guarantee that you are all here for 1 more week, you need to have lost more than 21 pounds. It's time to get Scott on the scale.
This has been a real emotional week for me. I've really tried to focus on why I gain weight, physically, emotionally, everything. If I can make it through this way in this week, I think exciting things will happen.
Your previous weight was 302 pounds. Your current weight is...
That's a great number. This was a tough week. Emotionally, I feel great, but my body is like, oh, I've run right into a wall. So to put up a 7 this week is very solid.
You and I have had an opportunity to bond. I appreciate you telling me things that you're going through. So I'm glad you're part of this team, and thank you for being consistent.
Thank you.
Jordan, your previous weight was 272 pounds. Your current weight is...
The 260s? That's cool.
Thank you, Jordan. Next up is Lady. Your current weight is...
Not bad at all.
Good job, Blake. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Let's get Rob up on the scale. All right, Rob. It all comes down to you. In order to keep the red team safe, you need to have lost more than 3 pounds. In
If you hit that number, the red team is safe from elimination. The blue team is facing the red line.
There's a part of me that wishes I ate 250 more calories and had immunity this week, coming off of last week where I only lost 5. I have no idea what my body was about to put up.
But if you did not lose more than 3 pounds, it will be you below the red line, automatically eliminated.
In the past, Rob's pulled small numbers. So at this point, there's still hope.
Rob, your previous weight was 416 pounds. Your current weight is. All right, Rob. It all comes down to you. In order to keep the red team safe, you need to have lost more than 3 pounds.
I have no idea what's about to happen.
Rob, your previous weight was 416 pounds.
Half of me is trying to prepare my going home speech, and the other half is trying to figure out what I would do if we get by.
Your current weight is.
Glad to still be here. I thought of coming up here and not pulling the weight. It was really scary. I love you guys.
Love you too, brother. Love you too, Ryan.
In 6 weeks, you've said to me, and I quote, I'm starting to love myself. I'm proud to say I've watched you mature in this process. I want that for you.
Congratulations.
I'm happy, I'm psyched. I definitely want to keep moving in the right direction, and I'm grateful that I'm still here and still part of this.
All right, red team, Rob lost 11 pounds, making the red team's total weight loss for the week 29 pounds, for a total percentage of weight loss of 2.42%. Congratulations, red team. You are safe from elimination. You are here for 1 more week. Blue team, I'm sorry to tell you that you have lost the weigh-in tonight, which means you are facing the red line. There is 1 player who will fall below the red line and be automatically eliminated.
Gina, you live up to the cheerleader reputation. You bring so much to this team, and I'm sure you do the same at home. Don't forget about you. You do a lot for us, the team, and I'm sure when you go home, you do a lot. Your mother, your wife. But you're the most important. And you got to remember that you're at the front of the line.
There's something really special to being part of a team. Especially part of a team like I have. And I never have felt that as an adult. And that feeling is so good. I will never forget this. Never. It is so hard to walk out and to know I'm not coming back. But the one thing that this gym has taught me is that it's not the end. I'm just going to have a different team. I gave up a lot before I got here. And I'm not going to give up so easy anymore.
Hi, Gina. It's not over. Get out of that car.
Where am I at? Am I in a second gym? Do I have a second chance? Do I get a second chance?
You're at Comeback Canyon, and yes.
When I started The Biggest Loser, I weighed in at 399 pounds, and today, 120 pounds later, I weigh in at 279 pounds. One of the first things I wanted to do after coming home from The Biggest Loser was to visit my son, because I owed this all to him. After my son died, I was almost 400 pounds, and it was slowly killing me. And I really owe my life to that boy. Well, I'm back from the ranch. Thanks for saving my life. I miss you to death. I am so grateful to have not only had a son, but to have met my hero. I love you, son. Thanks. Life is different for me in so many different ways. I lost my grief weight, and now every single pound after that has been losing for myself. What I've managed to do through The Biggest Loser has been a miracle. Dr. Huizenga told me I'm no longer a type 2 diabetic. Do you have any idea how good it felt to throw away those needles? I mean, with the closing of that trash can, that part of my life was over for good. And I can't tell you how good I feel.